Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the English news from Djibouti channel. Here are the top stories of our editions tonight. The President of the Republic received the President of the International Court of Justice. On continental news, agreement in Cotoise about the climate change 24. Welcome if you join us in Djibouti channel. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, received this morning the President of the International Court of Justice, Mr. Abdul Waki Yusuf. The President of the International Court of Justice is currently living in our country for job travel. He paid a courtesy call to the head of state to thank him for all the support and the effort of Djibouti in his favor at the renewal of the post of President of the International Court of Justice last February. The International Court of Justice is the main judicial body of the United Nations. After his interview with the head of state, Mr. Abdul Waki Yusuf answered some questions from the journalist present on the spot to cover the event. The third conference of thank the President for his visit in the presidential palace. The third conference of Djiboutian ambassadors will represent our country in several major capitals of the world was held this morning at the Institute of Diplomatic Studies. The opening ceremony of this conference was attended by the Prime Minister, Mr. Abdul Qadir Kamil, and the Foreign Minister's Affairs, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, and the advisor of the President for the Republic of Djibouti, Mrs. Fathia Jama Udin. In his speech, the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, the ambassadors posted in Saudi Arabia, Mr. Dia al-Din Said Bamakhrama, said he was honored to address this August Assembly on behalf of his fellow ambassadors taking part in this meeting, which takes place every 2 years. Speaking in his turn, the opening of this conference, the Prime Minister, Mr. Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, recalled the objectives of this meeting, biennial and challenges, indicated that this third conference of ambassadors will last will continue 5 days, and it has for main point of debate challenges facing young nation. The rating index of financial economy, social and other policy evaluations and the contributions of the institution of the Republic of Djibouti was the objective of workshop today at the People's Palace. This workshop is jointly organized by the Prime Ministers of Finance and the World Bank. It aims at making public the data collected on the performance of the various institutions or their weak points. Better know that the acronym Country Policy and Institutional Assignment, the CBIA, is a World Bank analytical tool that measures progress in strengthening the quality of a country's public policy and institutions. Countries are rated on a scale of 1 lowest score to 6 highest score for 16 development indicators in 4 categories: economic management, structural policies, social inclusions and equity, public sectors management, and institutions. The ministers of the economy and finance in his speech stressed that we must now work in synergy and share data to improve our indices and move forward. with a score for 3. The Republic of Djibouti is in the average of the country of sub-Saharan Africa in 2 days after the results of doing businesses of or the Republic of Djibouti has gained 55 places. The country is ready to expand its performance in public management. Day of Reflections and Study of Civil State in the Republic of Djibouti brought together on his occasion all the parties concerned by the questions to know, beside the Minister of Decentralization, the Prefect of the region, the President of the region, as well as the Directors of institutions concerned, but also the head of civil state centers, as well as the decentralization partners, namely UNICEF and FNUIP. During the day, a report prepared by a technical committee composed of experts from Minister of Decentralization on situation of civil states in the Republic of Djibouti was validated by the stakeholders. We know that since the law of 2007 transferring skills, the management and administrations of civil cities are prerogatives of local authorities. 10 years after this transfer, the minister delegated to decentralization has carried out a report on the state of premises, the civil city centers, in particular, the disparities between the urban space and the rural area where the civil city is less present, the difficulties in human means or the materials of financial means. But also in his opening speech, the validation workshop, the minister delegate in charge of decentralization, Hamad Mohamed Aramis, immediately reaffirmed that all recommendations from his expert report will be taken in considerations by the government. On continental news, a very relative successes of climate change COP24 negotiation in Katowice, organizers of COP24. The 24th meeting of the United Nations Framework Conventions of Climate Change welcomed the adoptions of the Paris Agreement implementations rule to limit global warming of the planet below 2% compared the pre-industrial area. Patricia said implementation system of the Paris Agreement has been found, but at the same time recognize the detail need to be finalized and improved, she concluded. In here, dear ladies and gentlemen, we end our news edition. Thank you for watching us. Have a good night and goodbye.